Hello and welcome to Tired Creative and Trying, a series that will likely not have any more installments, where I am a tired creative going into a new project with almost no plan. Today I will be making a jacket and you guys get to watch. Full honesty, I started recording this more than halfway through the project. It's mostly hand sewn, I did not use a pattern, and I measured absolutely nothing, because I apparently have to make everything I do far more difficult than it needs to be. Now to talk about the project itself. Okay, so this jacket is for a group cosplay with my sisters, where we dress as the Romay brothers from Aphmau, specifically from her My Street series, because, well, as much as I prefer Diaries, My Street is a bit easier to do. I may be the oldest sister, but I'm cosplaying the middle brother for the following reasons my sister actually did, and I am not joking, she actually did give me these reasons. First, I am short. Second, I am emo. Third, I am dramatic. And fourth, I could probably closet cosplay him anyway. Unfortunately, she is entirely correct on all points. I can admit that. But yeah, the jacket is the hardest part of the costume, made specifically to match season 1, because I like that one better than his later one. I used cotton sweaters and lined it with polyester satin in various colors stitched together, obviously. I went for accuracy on the outside and changed the rest of it to match how I prefer my jackets to be. So while it looks like the character does have features that are not quite perfect. For example, I added a hood because I simply prefer jackets with hoods. I added a zipper for the exact same reason. I've done a lot of personal things on this whole costume with almost no plan, a fact I have in fact suffered for. In fact, my whole plan was as follows. 1, make it look like the character, and 2, make it pink inside. That's it. Do I think Zane would actually have pink in his jacket? No, but I made it pink inside anyway, because why not? It's my jacket, who's gonna stop me? So the timeline for this project was admittedly a bit ridiculous, but given this video was originally recorded and made with the sole purpose of calling me out on what I had done, I'm gonna admit to you what I did. First, look at that Pokemon card. It's sick. I don't know why I showed that to the camera, but I did. So I started planning this in April of 2025 and started working on it in September of 2025, planning first of all to be done by Halloween and then later moving that goal to Christmas. I did not meet either goal. In fact, I did not start recording until February, and I didn't finish the jacket until May of 2026. It should not have taken so long. I don't know why it took me that long. The 8 minutes of video you get to see here was roughly 15 hours of work, not to mention well over 20 hours since I started recording that I simply did not record, actually, because I just didn't feel like it. As you can tell, I was watching YouTube like the entire time. Mainly I was watching a lot of Minecraft horror, but I was also watching a good amount of PM Seymour. If you don't know who PM Seymour is, that's the voice actor for Travis from Aphmau. Obviously, in this project, like with any project, there's things I wish I'd done better. I didn't use a pattern, I made almost no plan, so it made it difficult on me. For example, the lining bunch is weird because I didn't measure anything and it's too small. My stitches are a mess and inconsistent in places, especially the parts that were hand sewn. Yeah, you know, a lot of general stuff that thankfully is mostly on the inside and nobody else gets to see or know about unless I tell them they see this video or I show them. I might remake it in the future, but if I did, I would probably use a pattern and measure properly, and would definitely not use the sweaters I used as my base, because they were way warmer than what I was hoping for. I probably also wouldn't use polyester satin, but that's mostly for personal reasons. There's a lot of them, actually, but the main one is I hate working with it, and have known that since, well, high school, frankly. I used it for this project because it was exactly the colors I wanted, and that was my entire thought process. It honestly makes the jacket feel almost too small, despite being made from 4XL men's sweaters. Throughout this project, I had to buy things I was stubborn about, like I really did not want to get. And while I would like to say I won't be so stubborn in my next project, I know myself too well for that, and will refuse to buy anything that could make it easier. But hey, at least now I have a sewing machine. I finished this jacket on a Tuesday night and spent Wednesday, I have both days off work, wondering what to do now. I had worked on the jacket for so long I genuinely had no idea what to do. I started finishing off all my work in progress drawings I'd been neglecting for this jacket. I made good progress, I finished most of them. But I'm the sort of person who can't stand being idle. I hate it. I do not like having nothing to do. I know I'm not alone in that. It's not even an uncommon thing, but it is who I am. I just don't like being idle, so I can't just rest. And especially not after working on that for so long. Admittedly, I am running out of my script. I've run out of things to talk about. I have one paragraph left in my script and almost 3 minutes left on the video. Anyway, the thing I was gonna say. This jacket was super fun to make, even if it was rough. It literally, unironically, took blood, sweat, and tears to make it, because I stabbed myself so many times with the sewing needle. And here's the spot where I got a hold of a sewing machine, and, I struggled a lot. Like, a lot. There's enough footage to be well over 10 seconds, despite the footage being sped up to, I think, 50 times its normal, where I'm just struggling. And I still recorded it and posted it, because of course I did. I'm running out of things to say. Like I already said, I made a jacket, I trusted the process and it lied, etc., etc., etc. It's done now. I'm glad it's done. There's a few touch-ups I would like to make later, but for now, I'm content until I get bored and decide I don't like it and do something else. There's a lot more I have left to do on this costume, but I've gotten the hard part done, and that's the important thing. I still need to get his pants. I need to get a bunch of accessories. I have a bag, but I don't have anything to, put in the bag. I have a plan to make a forever potion drink, water bottle to carry with me. Don't tell my sisters, because I don't think I mentioned it to the little one. Not that any of you will know my little sisters. It is what it is. I had the jacket. I'm happy with it. I still need to make a mask. The bit that you're seeing here is me just struggling a lot with that lining because my sewing machine just did not want to deal with it. But you know what? It made it so much quicker, and each of these clips where there's a jump cut was over an hour of work, usually. Over an hour of video, at least, with a good amount in between that I just didn't. I keep knocking down my pincushion, which is that Peep in the background. My friend Peep has given me permission to use it as a pincushion and said that it gives them power every time I do. So every time I stab it, I give my friend a little bit more power, and then I send them a nice text thanking them. Yeah. Happy Pride Month. This jacket is not a Pride Month specific project, but, this video is going to be going out at Pride Month, and I'm just trying to keep talking at this point. I'm slowly completing my transformation into Zayn Romev himself. I need to lose some weight, and I'll be just the broke lady version of Zayn Romev. I think that's what a lot of people strive to be. I think he's a horrible role model, but I still want to be him sometimes. Also, I love his mother. Ziana is a wonderful character. She's a lot of fun. I hate his dad. I hate Garte. He's one of the worst fathers. Here's my final photo.